take this shit off. Let me go to the daily. Let me start off first with S&P 500 people, because tomorrow is gonna be a huge day. I believe tomorrow is gonna be very volatile. First, because you have data starting off at 5:15 Arizona time, 5:15, 5:30. Some of the data is not really that important, but it is. Houses, I think, at 7, and then you'll have Fed rate decision at 11, and at 11:30 questions or conference, and then he's gonna ask questions, and then depending on which question, the questions and how he responds, the market will start moving around, most likely 12:30 or so, 12 or 12:15, 12:30. And then Thursday, we only have data and earnings, which is that's gonna be more clear. Because here I'm almost explaining how this market could play out tomorrow, but also Thursday is gonna be more clear because it's just gonna be data. The Fed had talked already. Some earnings came, data came, GDP came out, so all that noise has cleared out. Now it's just data and earnings, and maybe a little talk from yesterday, but just data and earnings. Especially, no matter where the market is on Thursday, the market will start picking on up. So that's very important. And I think we have data on Friday, but that's just data by itself. Uh, we got July job report. Let's see, let me check. Oh, you have a lot of data. We have average hour earnings month to month. We have non-farm employment change, unemployment rate. Damn. ISM manufacturing. Damn, all those four are important, and they all come out at 5:30, which is very important, except for the last one at 7. And that's good because anyways, I'll get on into all that. So since we do have data on Friday, the best is, if you want to catch S&P, if we are gonna go on up, I believe, depending how we close today, um, or especially how we're looking tomorrow, no, Thursday morning, especially around your 7:45 to 8:30, especially to your 8:30, 8:45, because then it'll to actually go correct itself and go for the real move. But then I wonder what because the only thing that brought the market today, so let me get into a market. Here's the S&P 500 daily, and before I put on my shit, there's a trend line that has been going on since, I believe, since here. No, since right here. Let me see. Let me take this crap off. Into this one right here. So it's a trend. After here's a stop, goes flat, and then it flies. So I would stretch it out. You see after it touches here again, and we currently broke it. So that's why tomorrow is gonna be very important. So tomorrow, so let me break this down now without my crap on. Alright. So let me break this down for you guys. So Friday, Trump announced that he was gonna start working on a deal with Europe. The market reacted happy. I then said by Sunday he's gonna announce most likely that he fixed it. That's what happened. The market reacted happy as fuck. But then this was normal. When the market opens with gaps, if the market tends to open, so come back down to that, close that gap again, and then based how we didn't have nothing on Monday, I knew that the market wasn't really gonna open excited and whatnot. As always, because the big date was coming tomorrow. So most likely it was gonna withdraw a little bit, but then stay in the same area, and that's what happened. And then we end up closing right here. I told the homie, all right, we're either gonna close up, have a hard time breaking on up. Let me go to let me get closer. We're gonna have a hard time breaking it up, depending where we at. So here's here we closed, and then it picked up, came back down, and then the market opened with the data came out at 7. Actually, right here at 7. But if you notice, even though it was bad, the market didn't really react to it bad because it wasn't the data that they really are paying attention to. So they open on down, and here was the trend line. What's gonna happen, I believe, is kind of the same. There you go. There's that day. I wonder where's that. So I wonder. Let's see something real quick. Oh, it came from all the way down here. But actually, let me stretch it out because there you go. There's a connection. Yeah, right here it was flat, and then it bounced, and then if you follow that, touches there, and then perfectly right here. And I was wondering, I was like, well, when are we gonna hit this? And that gave me the confirmation to go for a buy, because since we have tomorrow the Fed, since we have data in the morning, since we have earnings, S&P is gonna start going up from here. It didn't make sense for it to start going on down, and you start hearing YouTubers and whatever, and that the markets, be careful, this is that. But what's gonna do is, you were seeing this was this is your center area. This center area before was saying sell because it made sense. But I knew as the market went, as nighttime came, the market's gonna pick up because again, focus is gonna be on data, and then focus is gonna be on Fed, and then focus is gonna be on earnings, and then the day after, the day after, all focus is gonna be on the data, and then all focus is gonna be on earnings, and that's it. So anyway, since I knew how this gonna play out, because I thought by emotions, it's 10 o'clock, so we closed a 4 candle right now, right here, and then we have right here actually. So this is good because what you wanted, a thing that I was checking as the market went down, I'll use my indicator to tell me are your stop loss, and if they correlate with what I think. So here I fraction, I fraction or dissect my market into sections depending on their where they close. If it's a weekly, which is this blue line here, and then I'll mark it down to the next hard resistance slash support, which is will be this 8-hour candle, which is that's what you see purple right here. If you go to the 8-hour candle, you see how this stops right here. So this is a hard resistance slash support. So then I'll put a dark blue line here, and I'll stretch out to the next resistance, hard resistance, which will be the weekly. These red are for candles. That's where you see them right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. They're not that strong as you might want to pay attention to. You want to pay attention to your 8, 12, daily, weekly, monthly, whatnot. All these other ones, resistance, they're like resistance. Another thing that I do is I put the 50 correlating with its color, correlating with this time. So gray is 3-hour candle. So the 50 is right there. And I go from 1 to the monthly. So the next one on down will be 4, which would be this red one. It's a 50 right here. So as the market breaks down this key support, also you can see it right here. It's a strong support area. So if it breaks down, then the next area to stop is going to be right here. It's a 4-hour candle 50. And then even I'm pretty sure I have an indicator in that area. So you're right there. So as it goes down, I'll stop here, and then there's gonna be the next area to break. But seeing how we're on that trend line, that's gonna be your stop, and we're slowly gonna go on up here. We have a little resistance right here. So we're also holding this little support that we have right here in the 4 candle. So that's what we want to continue going up. So since the data comes out at 5:15 and 5:30 and 7, your earliest is 5:15. So the market is gonna start reacting towards it at 3 or 4 o'clock. Because you gotta remember, S&P 500 closes at 2. So by 3:50, 3:45, no, yeah. What is it? 2, 3, 3:45 to 4:30. You gotta then start seeing it start going on up. So right here, your next sweet spot is 11. What is it? 11:45 to 12:30, because it might close at 2. So if by 11:45 to 12:30 we're not up here, then that means the market, and we're still down here, then that means the market is going to start forming an H, and we're going to be testing the trend line, and most likely close here at 2. And then 3 and 4, and again as we come to 5 and 6, we'll start going up. If by 11:45, 12:30 we're up here, we're going to end up closing most likely here at 1 or 2, and then continue going on up 4, 5, and so on and so on. Since we have a 3-hour candle here, Fibonacci, which is right here, so it's going to be a strong resistance to pass to also, including this weekly right here. A weekly resistance is going to be strong as fuck to pass. And also the indicator is telling you, hey, this is your entry. If you want to go in the day trade, these are your targets. And that's what I see the market doing as this data comes down. So, and even if we go down again, so it's going to be, if we do go down, we're going to create support here, and then your 5:15, 5:30 is going to come out. Most likely going to come back down, test the region, and then depending, also we're going to wait there till probably most likely till 7. Depending on how 7 is, we may even go lower than that, but let me see where we have more cushion down here. But as we get to 7 and we drop right here, again, pay attention to 8:45 to no 7:45 to 8:30, because we close a 10-hour candle for S&P at 10. So we want to pay attention to 7:45, 8:30, or 8:45, because then what will happen? It'll start creating support here or here in this 12-hour candle, and then start going up. Because the Fed's gonna talk at 11, and depending on what he says, we could either shoot the market back above here, and with all his questions, you just get stuck here. And it's all gonna be on Microsoft and Amazon to see if it's gonna bring us back up here again at least. And then tomorrow with the data, earnings, keep us pushing them up, or we're gonna be stuck down here. So it's really important how we close tomorrow. If we close in these lower regions, or we'll be close in these higher regions. And that's if we get the bad news and if it pushes up here, whatnot. But if tomorrow we end up closing in here or up here and didn't fall down, that's very fucking bullish. That's very fucking bullish. Oh shit, there's an AR candle close right here. What the hell? Yeah. Let's see, let me turn on my indicator. So right here, you can even say we have a 3 candle box just like right here. And even right here, I'm pretty sure, watch. Yeah, see? Even right here. So we already have one, and we have the second one. First one give you your support, second one will give you your resistance. You box it up. This one should be done what, at 6 in the morning? Let's see. Yeah, right? Yeah. They should be done by 6 in the morning. So at 3, yeah, you're 3. Oh yeah, yo, they're gonna play out perfectly, because if this ends at 6, this area ends at 6, and we're in 3 candle box. And let me see, we have a cushion down there. Yeah, it's either this 8-hour candle is gonna end up closing either here or somewhere down here, or this 8-hour candle is gonna fucking end up shooting up here. Damn. So, oh my gosh, it's gonna be a sweet move if it goes down. Yeah, yep. I can already see it. It's either gonna come down here, and then as the market opens, pick up. It's gonna be your sweet spot to go in here and catch all this bullshit up here, and then before it fucking really shoots down or shoots up, or we're gonna stay up here, and again we're either gonna fucking complete this shoot up, going up, or we're gonna get the last minute shoot down and close here at 6 in the morning. Because you gotta remember the data comes out at 5:15 and 5:30. Damn. Yep. Remember that shit. What time is it? 10:15. 10:15. I said this shit. Okay, so you know. And then the other thing that's telling you that a big move's happening and they're waiting for it too is Bitcoin. Because even though it was dropping with the market too, also look how it's acting right now, and look where it's at. Look how Bitcoin is just same area. And see, same fucking shit. As the market corrects itself, this is the hard resistance that it keeps fucking. You have a daily Fibonacci right here. You have a daily Fibonacci right here. You have a 3-hour candle Fibonacci right here. So they're all concentrated right there, which tell me there's a hard resistance, which tells me the fact that it's holding there, and especially above a 8-hour candle 50 Fibonacci. Can't see it, but it's right here, 50 Fibonacci. It's bullish. That's why it's stuck there. That's why it keeps holding, because they were waiting for the actual market to also signal it. And even Bitcoin, and even Ethereum is doing the same thing. So you see how stuck it is to the upside. me take all this crap off. You see how since right here we've been creating support here, not just that, but even after that, it's been creating support above this. So yeah, that's what I'm doing is waiting for the S&P 500 to signal, hey boss, what I'm doing, boss. And if it goes down again, the market, they're gonna scare you how Bitcoin is, Bitcoin down. People are gonna sell their coins because meme coin and so and so coin went down, and then the market's gonna pick up again. You can even see it right here. There's a 1 hour trend line. I think I already drew it. No, it didn't. So we should be here either by 1 or 2 in the morning. And if we do go down, we should be up here by 6 in the morning or 7 in the morning. That's if by 6 we don't shoot down and complete this, because then from there the market is then gonna be like, okay, it's gonna be down here 6, 7, and then 7 days gonna come out. It's gonna be over the place, and most likely keep getting bought above this. And then after that, 7 o'clock data's out, and 8 and 9 comes o'clock. Then eyes are gonna be attention to the Fed, which is like 11 Arizona time, and you're gonna see it somewhere up here, depending on the Fed. We're either gonna get back on board or shoot down below and be stuck somewhere down here. And then earnings gonna come up, and oh my gosh, and we're gonna end up somewhere. This is gonna be this area right here. Is here to pay attention to, that you want to be at after all the bullshit tomorrow. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Alright, you guys, I know it's messy or whatnot, but yeah, that's, I'm trying to make. And then Nvidia and Palantir are telling the same shit. You're gonna see. You can see where the Fibonacci's are focused on. So either in the morning, as the Nasdaq goes up, we're gonna see it here. Depending how it says, we're gonna fall back down here hard, or we're gonna shoot on up and be somewhere up here. Especially with earnings. Especially with Thursday's earnings. And same with Palantir. See Palantir's focus Fibonacci here and here. Again, same shit. As the market opens, there's a trend line right here. Push this shit. Yeah, this one looks weak or whatnot, but yeah, it all depends on the S&P 500 or whatnot. Alright, folks. That's all, folks. This is Brian Seacrest signing the fuck out.